So for someone to tell me that I'm too skinny at this point, that I've struggled my whole life being on the other end, and now they're gonna tell me I'm too skinny, I wanted to slap them. You know, I mean, you didn't tell me I was too fat before, so don't tell me I'm too skinny. I'll be the judge of that. Comments like, oh yeah, you were really heavy. Like, I know that. I knew what I looked like, you know, I wasn't oblivious. And so I think that some people felt that it was now okay. It was laid out on the table. It was now okay to say these things. And it's not. It's hurtful. You're not being helpful. So that was a struggle. Now, 3 years after, I'm meeting new people. You didn't know me back then. You would never know that I ever struggled with being heavy unless I pulled out my family album and you saw past pictures. I'm now in an amazing relationship, and it was one of the first things I thought about. Like, I'm very open about my surgery. I'm very candid about it. I'll talk about it with anybody. I know that there are some people that want it to be more secret, that didn't even share it with their family, you know, until after they had the surgery. This is not something I'm ashamed of, and it was not easy. I didn't tell my boyfriend about it, I think maybe until our third date, and I just thought it was something that would come up naturally. It's not something I need to, you know, tell someone like, I have no children, I've never been married, and I had gastric bypass surgery. But it actually came up because I do love to eat, of course. I love to cook. And I have a deep appreciation for good food. And I'm curious about, you know, other kinds of food and everything. And I met a man who shares that love. And so we went to some fun restaurants on our very first few dates, and he just kept saying, you're not eating, you know, here, try this. And I was like, no, really, I can't. Like, I'm done, you know. I get full very easily, which is great because I can still taste and appreciate and enjoy. So appetizers work great for that reason, because you can have a little bit of everything. And recently, a few times that we've gone to restaurants with family and I don't order anything, and I literally take a bite off of every person's plate, and it's the most fabulous thing. Having my support group around me has been everything. My mother was my rock through this whole thing. I got amazing support from everybody, really. I didn't really have anyone that I had to deal with for very long that was against this. And I know that that's not true for everybody, and I was very fortunate. And I've learned how to be a better support to other people in weight loss and in any aspect. There is not a single support group that I ever went to that I did not gain tremendous information and my personal support cup filled up. And that is invaluable. And I do need to continue to make time in my life for support groups in any capacity, whether it's checking in with my nutritionist over the phone or scheduling a meeting with some of my other friends that have been through this that I've met along the way. Choosing to do this surgery was the best decision I ever made, and not from a losing weight standpoint, but it gave me a life. It's something I did not expect. The new me is more spiritual, is closer with all of my relationships in my life. I am more open, I am more fun, I'm more comfortable. I have a full life. My life is balanced. You know, a lot of people, most people don't experience both sides of anything. And if you can experience being poor before you're rich, you have that much more appreciation for when you're rich. You just enjoy more, you're more cautious. You know, at this point, I'm gonna be a lot more cautious about gaining 5 pounds because I know what that 5 pounds can turn into. So, I don't know, just my appreciation level for life in general is invaluable to me, and that's what I got out of this surgery.